Hello class, this is review sheet number 2, and this will be the solution. Now we are looking for the intersection of these two lines. Here we are looking for intersections. Then basically what we can do is this: we can try to solve for value of x and y. So we have 2x minus y is equal to 3, where x plus y is equal to 3. Now what we can do is, if we simply add up these two equations, we end up getting something quite nice, which is 3x will become 6. Hence x becomes 2. Since x equals 2, then y will be plus 2 equals 3. So we realize y becomes 1. Then our answer becomes choice number 1. Number 2. Now, since the sum of the two numbers is 30, so x plus y equals 30, but their difference is 4, so x minus y is equal to 4. Just like before, if we simply add them up, we get 2x equals 34. Then we get to realize x equals 17 by dividing it by 2 on each side. And since one number is 17, the other number would have been 13 to add up to 30. Therefore, 17 seems to be the bigger number. Alright, number 3. Now, here I see that the x-intercept and y-intercept is 1, and then slope is negative 2 because it has gone down 2 units, going over 1 unit. So we are looking at negative 2. Now, that means only possible choice would have been choice 2 to be our answer. Now, perpendicular. That means slope for first one is equal to negative reciprocal of slope of the other one. Now, then since the slope is 5 over 4, the slope of the perpendicular line would have been negation of that, which is negative, and then switch the signs, negative 4/5. So negative 4/5 is governed by this, as contained in this choice number 2, so that becomes our answer. Now, common factor, that means we gotta factor each one. Let's factor this one first. Since we have difference of perfect squares, we're gonna have x minus 3, and then x plus 3. Here are two numbers that multiply to 6, add up to negative 5. Here it goes, x minus 2, and x minus 3. And the common factor seems to be those two, which end up in x minus 3. Right. So in this case, we have to factor, so we're looking for two numbers to multiply to 54, but add up to 3. Now you will realize that it might be somewhat difficult for you to find out as right away. Or you can simply do it by the 6 and 9, right? So we have n. Yes, we're going to play with 6 and 9, but add up to be positive 3. So this one can be positive, this one can be negative. So our answer simply becomes choice number 4. Now, solution set. So in order for us to get the solution set, we will solve for x. Now, then in order for us to do that, we will factor this one out first. So two numbers multiplied to negative 24, but yet add up to negative 5. So how about x and 3? 3 and 8. And a can be negative because when they add them up, it should be negative 5. That's equal to 0. That means we're going to make a t-chart where x equals negative 3 here, x equals 8. That becomes our answer. So negative 3 and 8. Choice number 1. Now here, what is a factor completely? That means what is common between these two terms? In fact, 2 is common. Not only that, x is common also. So therefore, what's left is x squared minus 25. Now, but second portion can be factored further in a way that 2x and x minus 5 and x plus 5. That becomes another part of our answer. So therefore, our final answer would have been choice 4. Alright, let's continue. Once again, factor completely, then the common factor here becomes 3x, so x squared minus 10x, and then plus 16. Now we realize that two numbers that add up to negative 10 will multiply to positive 16 would have been this. In fact, negative 2 and negative 8. That becomes our answer. Now, here, axis of symmetry, it's not going to be in the midterm, but if you had to graph this one, it would have graphed something like this. So in this case, what is the axis of symmetry? Which is the y-axis, which means x equals 0. Now, in this case, which one of them will have exactly one point of intersection? Now here you will realize that they're parallel, so they will never meet. So it goes like this. How about here? Same slope once again. Here, same slope once again. The only way for them to actually intersect is when they meet up together, meaning when they have different slopes. So therefore, choice 1 seems to be our answer. Not a function, that means x cannot be repeated. So 9, 8, 7, negative. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, oh wait a minute. This 2 has been used twice. So therefore, number 4 will not be a function. Now here, let's go in. So any point along this line will be fine. 1 and negative 4, 1 and negative 4. And then 5 and 3. I'm sorry, that's not it. Negative 5 and 7. So totally out the last one. Negative 7 and negative 2. We have 1 point that's left. That would have been our answer. Parallel, that means same slope. Same slope. Who has 3 over 2 as a power? Now bring this one over to the other side. They in fact have slope of 3 over 2. Here, when you divide by negative 2, we end up getting slope here becomes negative 3 over 2. Here, when you divide, okay, so we end up getting 2 over 3 slope. Wow. Then we get to realize parallel, that means same slope, which was choice 1. Now, when you factor this one, since the first one is a perfect square, so is the second one, this in fact will be equal to this one. 3a squared becomes 9a squared, and 4b, yes, that's coming from of 16b squared. Now, if you have to factor this one, two numbers that add up to, multiply to negative 64, but add up to negative 10. We're talking about negative 4 and negative 6, which is choice number 2. Solution of the equation set, we just have to factor them and then set up the t-charts once again. X minus 6 and x plus 1 equals to 0. Now here, how are we going to do it? X can be either 6 or x can be either negative 1. Now, so therefore, negative 1 and 6. That becomes our answer. Factoring completely, once again, 3k will be common, so we have k squared minus 16. What does that mean? We have 3k, k plus 6, and k plus 4, and then k minus 4. So that becomes our answer. we have this. Now once again, factor completely. In this case, we realize x is common. X squared plus 12x plus 35. Then two numbers that multiply to negative 35, positive 35 and positive 12. In fact, this will be x, and then x plus 7 and x plus 5. That's what we end up getting. So it will be choice 3. Now let us move on. The axis of symmetry, here we're going to skip this one for now. It's not going to be in the exam. How many solutions here? That means intersection. We see 2 intersections. Therefore, choice 2 would be our answer. And I guess that's about it. We'll continue tomorrow with third review sheet. Have a nice day.